Hello friends, welcome back to Learning Nails and Aesthetics. We are on page 319 in the Milady Nails book, chapter 11, Monomer Liquid and Polymer Powder Nail Enhancements. Keep in mind, I am not AI, so mistakes will be made. I can guarantee it. You can just laugh along with me and we will learn this together. Also, check out my other videos. I have the Milady Aesthetics book and the Milady Foundations book, which is a companion book to that one, as well as this one. And then some fun unboxing and stuff. Some of those videos are better than others, so if you find one that you don't like, then there's hopefully one that you do like. And check all those out. So let's begin. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Eleanor Roosevelt. Learning objectives. After completing this chapter, you will be able to 1. Explain why you should learn about liquid and powder nail enhancements. 2. Describe the chemistry of liquid and powder nail enhancements. 3. Identify the supplies for liquid and powder nail enhancement services. 4. Outline the processes of maintenance, repair, and removal of liquid and powder nail enhancements. Explain why you should learn about liquid and powder nail enhancements. Nail enhancements that are based on mixing together monomer liquids and polymer powders are commonly referred to as acrylic nails or liquid and powder nail enhancements. It might surprise you to discover the real definition of acrylic. For many years, this word has actually been used incorrectly by the nail industry. Acrylic refers to an entire family of thousands of different substances, all of which share important, closely related features. Acrylics are used to make a wide range of things, including contact lenses, cements for mending broken bones, plexiglass, windows, and even makeup and other cosmetics. Surprisingly, all nail enhancement products are based almost entirely on ingredients that come from the acrylic family. For example, the ingredients in two-part monomer liquid and polymer powder enhancement systems belong to a branch of the acrylic family called methacrylates. In other words, acrylic is a very general term for a large group of ingredients. To be as accurate and specific as possible, you will find that the two-part monomer liquid and polymer powder enhancement systems in this book is referred to as liquid and powder nails. However, please keep in mind that other industry literature, product marketing, and the like may continue to use the word acrylic. Today's monomer liquids and polymer powders come in many colors, including variations of basic pink, white, clear, and natural. These colors can be used alone or blended to create anything from customized shades of pink to match or enhance the color of your client's nail beds, to bold primaries or pastels that can be used to create a wide range of designs and patterns. With these patterns, you can create unique colors or designs that can be locked permanently in the nail enhancements. They offer a wonderful way to customize your services or to express your artistry and creativity. Liquid and powder services, liquid and powder nail enhancements can be created with a single color powder if the client wears nail polish all the time. Or they can be created by using a pink or natural colored powder over the nail bed and a natural or soft white powder to replicate a natural nail-free edge. A stark white Lost my place. A stark white powder can be used to create the French manicure look. The finished nail enhancement can be polished with nail polish or buffed to a high glossy shine for a more natural look. These types of services are extremely versatile and highly durable, which partially explains their great popularity. Nail technicians should have a thorough understanding of liquid and powder nail enhancements because liquid and powder nail enhancements are a popular service that will be frequently requested, and clients will expect expert service. Liquid and powder nail enhancements are lucrative services. Clients who desire them are committed to their upkeep. So if you earn clients' trust and respect, you will build a loyal clientele. Knowing how to properly work with the enhancement materials and understanding their chemical makeup will allow you to perform the service safely for you and for your clients, as well as give you the creative edge over your competition. Describe the chemistry of liquid and powder nail enhancements. Liquid and powder nail enhancements are created by combining a monomer liquid mixed with polymer powder, a powder in white, clear, pink, and many other colors to form the nail enhancements. Mono means one. The mer stands for units, so a monomer is one unit or one molecule. Poly means many, so polymer means many units or many molecules linked together in a chain. This is important to remember since you will hear these terms many times throughout your career. Monomer liquid and polymer Monomer liquid and polymer powder products can be used in 4 basic ways. 1. On the natural nail as a protective overlay. 2. Over a nail tip as a reinforcement. 3. On a form to create a sculptured nail extension. 4. To create small works of art on top or inside a nail enhancement. A natural hair brush is best for applying these enhancement products. The brush is immersed in the monomer liquid. The natural hair bristles absorb and hold the monomer liquid like a reservoir. The tip of the brush is then touched to the surface of the dry polymer powder, and as the monomer liquid absorbs the polymer powder, a small bead of product forms. This small bead is then placed on the nail surface and molded into shape with the brush. The monomer liquid portion is usually one of 3 versions of monomer used in the nail industry: ethyl methacrylate, methyl methacrylate, or odorless monomer liquid. All 3 often contain other monomers that are used as customizing additives. The industry standard is the ethyl methacrylate monomer, EMA, and odorless monomer liquid. As mentioned in Chapter 5, Nail Product Chemistry, which I also have videos on, so check that out. Methyl macrylate, MMA, is not recommended for use on nails and is illegal according to the state board rules in most states. Here are 4 main reasons why MMA should not be used. 1. MMA nail products do not adhere well to the nail plate. To make these products adhere, nail technicians often shred or etch the surface of the nail. This thins the nail plate and makes it weaker. 2. MMA creates the hardest and most rigid nail enhancements, which makes them very difficult to break. When jammed or caught, the overlay filled and thinned natural nail plate will often break before the MMA enhancement, leading to serious nail damage and extreme pain. 3. MMA is extremely difficult to remove. Since it will not dissolve well in product removers, it is usually pried from the nail plate, creating more damage. 4. The FDA says not to use it. And there is an exclamation mark there, so they are very serious about that. This is clearly the most important reason. The FDA bases its prohibition on the large number of consumer complaints resulting from the use of MMA nail enhancements in the late 70s and continues to maintain this position today. For these reasons, the Nail Manufacturers Council and the American Beauty Association have also taken a stance against the use of MMA liquid monomer as an ingredient in artificial nail liquids, not because MMA is toxic, but because it is an unsuitable ingredient. MMA is a widely used monomer with a long history of safe use in medical and dental products. It is fine for making bulletproof windshields and shatterproof eyeglasses. However, artificial nails should be beautiful, and they should not damage the natural nail. It may seem strange that polymer powder is also made mostly from ethyl methacrylate, monomer liquid. The polymer powder is made using a special chemical reaction called polymerization, also known as curing or hardening, a chemical reaction that creates polymers. In this process, trillions of monomers are linked together to create long chains. These long chains create tiny round beads of polymer powder of slightly varying sizes. These are poured through a series of special screens that sort the beads by size. The ones that are the right size are separated and then mixed with other special additives and colorants. The final mixture then mixed with other special additives and colorants, and I just repeated the same line. The final mixture is packaged and sold as polymer powder. It is a surprisingly high-tech process that requires very specific manufacturing equipment, lots of quality control, and scientific know-how to do it right. Special additives are blended into both the liquid and powder. These additives ensure complete set or cure, maximum durability, color stability, and shelf life, among other attributes. It is these custom additives that make products work and behave differently. The polymer powders are usually blended with pigments and colorants to create a wide range of shades, including pinks, whites, and milky translucent shades, as well as reds, blues, greens, purples, yellows, oranges, browns, and even jet black. When liquid is picked up by a brush and mixed with the powder, the bead that forms on the end of the brush quickly begins to harden. It is then put into place with other beads and shaped into place as they harden. In order for the process to begin, the monomers and polymers require special additives called catalysts, additives designed to speed up chemical reactions. Catalysts are added to the monomer liquid and used to control the set or curing time. In other words, when the monomer liquid and polymer powder are combined, the catalyst helps control the setup or hardening time. How? The catalyst energizes and activates the initiators. The initiators found in polymer powder, when activated by a catalyst, will spring into action and cause monomer molecules to permanently link together into long polymer chains. This action is referred to as the polymerization process. Polymerization begins at the time the liquid in the brush picks up powder from the container and forms a bead. Creating polymers can be thought of as a chain reaction, also known as a polymerization reaction, a process that joins together monomers to create a very long polymer chain. Think of this as many dominoes set on their edges and lined up. When you tap the first domino, it hits the next, and so on. This is how polymers form. Once the monomers join together to create a polymer, they do not detach from each other easily. The initiator that is added to the polymer powder is called benzoyl peroxide, BPO. It is the same ingredient used in over-the-counter acne medicine, except that it has a different purpose in nail enhancement products. BPO is used to start the chain reaction that leads to curing, or hardening, of the nail enhancement. This is much less There is much less BPO in nail powders than in acne treatments. Diverse nail enhancement products often use different amounts of BPO since the polymer powders are designed to work specifically with a certain monomer liquid. Some monomer liquids require more BPO to properly cure than others. This is why it is very important to use the polymer powder that was designed for the monomer liquid that you are using. Using the wrong powder can create a nail enhancement that is not properly cured and may lead to surface breakdown, or could increase the risk of your clients developing a skin irritation or sensitivity. Odorless monomer liquid and polymer powder products. Odorless monomer liquid and polymer powder products do not necessarily have the same chemistry as all other monomer liquid and polymer powder products. Rather than using ethyl acrylate, these products rely on monomers that have little odor. Even though these products are called odorless, they do have a slight odor. Generally, if a monomer liquid does not produce a strong enough odor so that others in the salon or spa can detect its presence, it is considered to be an odorless product. Those that create a slight odor in the salon or spa are called low odor. Odor, not order. Odor. In general, odorless products must be used with a dry mix ratio, equal parts liquid and powder in bead. If they are too wet when applied, the client risks developing a skin irritation or sensitivity. This mix ratio creates a bead that looks frosted on your brush. After it is placed on the nail, it will slowly form into a firm, glossy bead that will hold its shape until pressed and smoothed with a nail brush. Wipe your brush frequently to avoid the product sticking to the hairs. Never re-wet the brush with monomer liquid. This will change the mix ratio, which can lead to product discoloration, surface breakdown, and increased risk of skin irritation and sensitivity. Without re-wetting your brush, shape and smooth the bead over the nail. Odorless products harden more slowly and create a tacky layer on top called the inhibition layer. This layer can be rolled off or filed away with a medium grit abrasive used from cuticle to free edge. However, avoid skin contact with these freshly filed particles. Some manufacturers make a resin that brushes on to cure the tacky layer that must be applied immediately after creating the enhancement. This will create a large surface. I don't know where I got large. This will create a hard surface on the odorless product that makes filing and shaping easier. Maybe that'll help you remember when I mess up. You'll be like, that dumb lady. She messed that up. I'll never forget that. Yeah, so I do it on purpose. That's the trick. Check in. What is the chemistry behind monomer liquid and polymer powder nail enhancements, and how does it work? What is the main ingredient of most monomer liquids? What are polymer powders made from? What is the process that turns monomer liquid into polymer powder? What is considered to be an odorless monomer? And that will do it for this video. I hope this was helpful to you. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. And check out my other videos. I appreciate you watching. I have made playlists on my channel. Maybe that'll help you find what you're looking for a little more easily. There are, I'm not sure, close to 170 videos, something like that. So, thanks. Have a great day. Bye.